everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from whoa.
You're from what?
I'm from AMP. I don't know where I'm from. I'm from Western New York. Whoa, that's because I was thinking Arms Family Homestead. I was listening to Michael's video, and I said, "Oh, you're watching a chick flick?" And he says, "No, I'm watching Arms Family Homestead." And I said, "Well, they're talking about chickens." And Jim goes, "What'd you say?"
So, well, it's a chick flick then.
Yep, he was watching a chicken channel.
So they were incubating eggs.
Right. Well, talk about chickens. I brought Mr. Brown in, so let's just go to that little video. Today I brought Mr. Brown into the house, and I made her some oatmeal, and she was eating lots of it. I've got turkey meat over there, but she hasn't eaten very much of it. She did this morning, and I haven't seen her drink any milk, water. I made the oatmeal with milk. My brother, I called him and he told me. And her tail is up in the air a little bit now, whereas before it was tucked way under. He said that maybe because she's in her familiar place that she might be more content. She did have a rattle to her breathing, but I don't hear the rattle anymore. She doesn't have any eye problems or nose problems. She's got a dirty face right now because of eating the oatmeal, but she didn't have any mucus or anything running from her nose. She seems to like the oatmeal, and thank goodness I called my brother. I brought my brother Anthony, who's my chicken person, because he remembers a lot more than I do. And he says, "Well, make her some oatmeal and make it kind of with milk and make it loose so that she gets a little bit of extra liquids and see how she does." And she likes the oatmeal. In fact, she likes it better than the turkey. I gave her more turkey, and she's not even touching it. I put another slice of turkey in there. Mm-hmm. And she's not even touching that, but she's liking the oatmeal. And she pooped twice. The first poop was runny, and the second poop is more solid. So I'm hoping that she's beginning to feel a little better. Her tail is up in the air. And Anthony said that maybe she remembers being in the house and it's her safe area. She feels very safe with being in the house. I have her in the cage that she normally is in, but I'm going to have to take her outside. I'll take her out tomorrow, but I'll take her out and let her walk in the grass where she used to walk so that she can spend some time outside. And then I will put her back into the house so that she can feel safe again. I'm going to keep her safe. And I said, when I called him, it was like, I'm worrying about one of my chickens, and it's Mr. Brown that I'm worried about. And he goes, "Oh," and he goes, "That's a sweet little hen." Yes, it is. He's never had this happen to any of his hens, but I'm hoping that she does very well with the oatmeal and the resting and the less stress with being with the other hens. And when I put her back, I'll put her in one of the little houses so that they can see her and she gets acclimated again with the flock, because she's going to lose her position in the flock, which I think she was the bottom anyways. So she won't. She will still be the bottom probably until she works her way back up. And what?
It seems like everybody turns to you and Anthony for when they really need to know something.
I know it. But it's because I paid attention to what my parents were doing, and he remembers. He's 2 years older than me, so he remembers a few other things that I don't remember. In fact, I asked him the other day, I says, "Do you ever remember Mommy and Daddy taking us to fireworks?" Because I was listening to, I think it was the Plain Vanilla Grandma. I think I was listening to Carol, and she was talking about going to the fireworks the first time. She thought it was amazing. And he says, let me think about that just a minute. And he's thought for a minute. And he says, "Yeah, I think they took us, but I was extremely young." He was extremely young. And I said, "Well, if you were extremely young and barely remember, I probably never went." I remember going with Jim, and my brother Joe, I'm sure, took us, but I don't remember any of that. I don't remember the first time I saw fireworks, to be honest. All I remember is when Emily was a baby, we used to put the ear things on her because she couldn't stand the sound. And we wanted to go to the fireworks, and we always parked far away. We went to Mayville the time that and we stayed in the car. We didn't even go out and about with the people. We have gone to Dunkirk, but it's real hard to get back out of the commotion.
Any of the places around here.
Yeah,
it's
so we
very
stay
hard.
home, and the neighbors happen to have fireworks, so we don't have to. We have gone to the Lake Erie. You used to be able to see across the lake the fireworks that were in Van Buren. That's where they used to have them, or near no, not Van Buren.
No.
It was
Point Gratiot.
Point Gratiot. Yeah, they used to have the fireworks, but the trees have gotten so high you can't even see them. We used to be able to see them from our house too.
Yeah,
if we
you
went
used to be able to
upstairs.
stand out on the porch and watch them,
But the trees have grown up, and everything's grown up, so you can't see half the stuff. But no, I never went to the fireworks when I was living at home. It was something that we didn't do. It was not an important day, apparently. We used to always have a 4th of July picnic, though, and my mother always made lasagna. So in case it rained, we always had something to eat, because if you couldn't grill something, you at least had something to eat. And I remember the one 4th of July, we were searching, I don't know, a few days ahead, trying to find our dog. Every time we hit a certain area, boy, it would stink terrible. And so we used to think the dog was there. We would call for the dog and call him and call him and call him. And we couldn't find him. Well, when we got back to when we went for the picnic, we actually took 2 cars because we're a big family. So we took 2 cars. And my dad drove the one car and my mom drove the other car. And when we were just about ready to eat, my dad goes, I think I know where the dog is. And so he went up to the car and opened the trunk. Sure enough, there was the dog. It's a wonder he didn't die. He never messed in the car, nothing. Got out and he could not stop peeing. And the people around us were giving the dog burgers and hot dogs, and he had the best meal ever that he's ever had, because at my house he always ate dog food. And so he had a lot of goodies that he normally would not have had. But we were so happy to find this dog, because we had searched and searched and searched. And what it was is every time we'd run to the field, go out down to the field, the dog would always jump into the trunk. Well, the one time the trunk got closed and the dog got forgotten. Usually the trunk was never shut and the dog was always let out. But this one time it got forgotten. But the dog, even after that, would jump into the trunk. You'd think it would be afraid to jump in the trunk, but it used to jump in the trunk and take a ride down to the field so that we could go down and work on the berries or the grapes or whatever we were doing, or potatoes, whatever it was that we were working on at the time. The dog used to go along with us. Well, that's a story of a long time ago, from chickens to dogs to picnics to fireworks to wherever we ended up. Well, I hope you all had a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.